Welcome in, legends. We're going to go through my NRL tips for round 16, the 5 games there. We get the Origin game next week, and then we're also going to go through all of your questions heading in to round 16 here. A fairly quick video at that, but we're going to go through, obviously, the tips first, and still in first place, tied first, that is, in my family comp. I did lose about 3,000 spots overall. I'm into the 7,000s rather than into the, which I think mid-round last week got into the 2,800 range, which is really cool, but yeah, down a little bit this week, but still overall in a solid spot. A couple of my sort of, 50-50 calls didn't work out last week, but other weeks they have, obviously, there to get me in this spot. But another 50-50 one this week, I feel, is actually the Storm Clash, and probably big news that Pap is back. You've got Jerome Hughes there, you've got Wishart. They do miss Grant, obviously, but he hasn't been playing his best in any case anyway. So I do think that Storm are going to be the pick this week. You take out Hammer, you take out Harry Grant, and yeah, it's obviously two really important players for their side. So all in all, I do think Storm, obviously 10-3 at the moment. It's hard to tip against them because they keep winning, but the Dolphins keep doing well also with that good win against the Sharkies last week. But Storm it is for me this week. Wires up against the Titans. Wires are pretty well set. Obviously, Fafita will come back for Titans. Warriors lose Barnett, but they're still very, very strong through their forwards. SJ's there. Rogers back. Chance is there. I think they will get the job done here. They need to against unfortunately, the lowly Titans there. Roosters up against the Dogs. I am going to take them in this game. They still have Teddy. They have Manu. They have plenty of good players there. Brandon Smith comes back at 9. They've got Walker Keary. So overall, I think they're in a good spot. Obviously, the Dogs have Burton. They don't have Crichton, though, who's been really, really important for him. Kickout might be back, but yeah, they're still missing him at the moment. So Roosters it is for me in this one at home. Rabbitohs up against the Eagles. This is the other really tough one, and surprisingly, Eagles obviously at $2.70 here. With DC out, that makes it very, very hard, I think, for him. Still no Lockie Croker. Carl Lawton going to play at 7 at the moment with no Garrick as well. So I definitely think they can do it. Bunnies at home helps a little bit. They're missing Latrell, but they've got Whiten and Walker, in there doing good things, and they're winning at the moment as well. So that's where I think the favoritism comes in. I will be picking them, but I think this is a 50-50 type of game, that's for sure. And then Tigers up against the Raiders. I'm going to go with the Raiders in this one. The Durs, and yeah, they've kind of pretty much got all their players there, which is good. Tigers in a similar boat, but still missing a lot of their forwards and playing some rookies there as well. Off their bench and obviously in their starting team with Porter as well. So I am going to pick the Raiders in this one. They need to bounce back. They were very poor last week, and I think they will be able to play better and get the win there against the Tigers. I'm only tipping them to win by 2, though. I think it'll be a very close clash, but we'll see how that one ends up. So yeah, that's my tips for the week. And now let's get into your questions here, starting with the most recent ones. Hey bro, I only have 9 plays this week, short a hooker, 2 edges, and a center. I have 12 trades and can afford to trade anyone in. I'm a head-to-head player. Any suggestions? Looking to trade out Fisher Harris, Brayley, KPP. Appreciate the vids and help, bro. All right. If you were to go all 3 of them, that leaves you with some decent, money to play with for sure. And in that scenario, you probably have to go one of the cheaper guys in like a Jack Whiten at center. That probably works out best. And I don't know if you have to go all 3 trades, but having 12, I think you can if you want to. You also don't, this might not be an important week for you in your head-to-heads. Like you could have some buys, or your important one has a buy or something like that. So you may not need the full allotment or trading all 3. But yeah, Whiten could be good. And then you've got in the edges, you still got like Samuel Afenu if you want to grab him. Try and get Fafita in some way if you've got some cash in the bank. A hooker this week, obviously it's Cook or Reed Money. I think works really well. Reed's probably the best, given head-to-head you want players on the park for 17, 20, 18, these types of things. So yeah, that probably helps, man. I'll say listen to the Q&A video. Q&A video. All right, next fella. I'm ranked 364 with 12 starters this week. I have Garrick, and really tempted to trade him for Campbell with 12 starters, 6 trades left, worth it. I think it's fine. Solid enough, but it's only one extra week, right? Because Campbell's out next week. So yeah, up to you on that one. I'm going to keep Garrick myself, so yeah, up to you on that. Lachlan says, I think for cash out, your best hope maybe injury, handcuffed to someone like Cook, Kiri, Walker, so Ellis or Sanders Smith become relevant for sure. Did buy Sharp as cash out effectively last week, but he might end up with enough cash to sell. Yep, definitely good stuff to anyone who bought Sharp. Jack asks here, Cotter to AFB in Supercoach. I do think that is a good trade. Yep. I still have David Armstrong. Who should I trade him for if I already have Garrick, Drinky, and Weeks? Well, in that scenario, you do need someone that's going to be playing likely in round 19. So, it's probably like a Campbell. Probably Campbell at this stage. Poor Scoop's been getting hammered all year. Yeah, he's had a tough one for sure after doing so well last week. Matty T, love it, fellas. No cash outs this year. Probably a good idea, hey? Probably a good idea. Who do I cap? AFB, JMK, Hughes or Manu? AFB or Hughes, I think, is the play this week. Have 13 decent green dots. Won't trade unless one pulls out. Trades will be gold. Hell yeah. Do you think in round 20 or 21, should I bring in Cleary? Probably, yeah, prob 20. Prob 20. Are we keeping Cotter for the rest of the year now? Yes or no? You can sell this week if you need to. I likely will be. I actually was just counting it up. This is the first time in years that I've actually got 4 players that I started the year with. Karaz, Cotter, Grant, and Piakura. After, last year I didn't have any by about round 20 odd or something like that, maybe even earlier. This week I'm still kicking with 4, so that's decent. Hamish, the scoop videos are the best. They don't feel structured and it's just YouTube brainstorming. That's exactly what it is. Yep. Thank you. I'm glad you like them. Is this for a different round? What do you mean? For the next 4 rounds. 4 rounds is what I was asking for. Definitely not for a different round. All right. Thoughts on Elliott and Brayley to Plath and Campbell. This would leave me no hooker cover with just Grant. Yeah, that's fine. If you don't, you can work out round 19 when we get there. If you want to, JDB and Utukamadu to Bunnies, almost done deal too. So Bunnies will be contender once again under Wade Bennett. Wow, really? Interesting. Hey, Jamie, I've got Grant. Is it worth getting another keeper hooker in Marnie? I have Hands or do another position. I think Grant and Hands is fine. Leave as is. As is, or can get Marnie if Hands is half cover, I think. Thinking of trading Brayley and DeBellin to Appy and Hughes. Yes. Jay Brayley a sell. Yes. I'm ranked, or hold, fine. Probably more of a sell. Ranked 364 with 12 starters. I think you already said that. Yes. Egan, fine. Only fine. I'm stuck on going Tapane or Uto. Overall focus, but both have one more buy till the end of the year. Yeah, it's 50-50. Uto has Clem returning, Twal. I love how it goes to with a C, with a K. Clem returning, Twal, and Bateman soon. So, does that help? See if that helps. For sure. Is Coruscant a good buy if we can't get to a Cook or Marnie or JMK? Yes. Is Jaden Brayley to Coruscant good? Yep, solid. Thoughts on buying Josh Curran? Solid. Solid. What's this team? Not sure what team you're talking about. Best 13 you can have. The best available. The best available is what that team is. Is simply a buy if Paseka out for 1 to 2 months. Yeah, solid. But keeps playing low minutes. So you'd want to see it, hey. I'll have a look at Sipley to be fair while we're here. The Sipman. Sipley. He's so cheap, 389. So he got a massive break even. He's been playing such low minutes. So he started really well, obviously. 31, 52, 44. Since then, it's been really, really poor. So he was out for a couple of weeks. Got 9 in 18 minutes. Back in round 10. 22 minutes. And he's gone 27 minutes and 16 minutes the last 2 weeks. So it's pretty gross overall there for sure. He could definitely improve. We know that when he gets 40 odd minutes, he can do good things, but he hasn't done that since round 5 and 6 against Panthers and Warriors. He was really, really good, getting 4 tackle breaks in one, only 1 missed tackle across those 2 weeks, 2 offloads and 3 offloads. He's just been a bit off this year, hasn't he? Because last year he was gone. Look at that run there at the back end of the year. He ended up getting to 622k to start the year. And now he's down to 389. So maybe all the stars aligned and he ends up being a really solid pick. You obviously have to look at round 17 next week and see what numbers you got. You could easily watch him this week and then see what happens in round 18. But yeah, an interesting pick, that's for sure. 10 playing this week before trades. Have 10 trades remaining though. Think you're going Grant, Twal, and Piakura to Hughes, Uto, and Campbell. Sets me up for the rest of the Origin period nicely before more carnage, that is. Grant, Twal, and Piakura to Hughes, Uto, and Campbell. Yeah, it's solid with 10 trades. I'm happy with that. Is Brayley to Egan a dumb trade? It's fine. It's fine. I'm not super keen on Egan at the moment. He's not playing his best. Les Gibbs, thanks heaps, Jamie. With the buy planning, I made 2 trades. KPP to Fafita, Brayley to Cook to get 12 on the field. Hell yeah. Have Hughes, ADB, AFB, I imagine that is. I was like, who's ADB for a second? And Fafita and Hughes have been my captain. Who you lean towards this week out of those? Fifi, just. Are you planning on selling Jay Brayley and when? Maybe next week? Maybe next week or R18. Depends what happens there. Do I captain AFB for Fafita? Fifi, but AFB also good. He scored 2 tries against Titans last time. Scott or a sell or hold is fine. I wouldn't have him as a sell. Just a clear sell. He's going to miss 2 more games likely. Thoughts on risking it with Little Puppy over Campbell? Either as a straight swap with Brayley. Seems to be a little bit more certainty with Puppy's role. Yeah, that's sweet. And thanks. Got 7 trades left. You can do Sorensen to Campbell to field 17 this week. It's only 13, so I'm assuming that's what he meant. Sorensen really not exciting me. It seems just like keeping scores reasonable with tries and offloads, plus doesn't play any major buy round. Yep, that's fine. I'm assuming you mean 13. Trying to decide between Brayley to Hands or Brayley to Cook. Cook gives me another keeper who also plays this week. I have 12 and no hooker at the moment. But the cons of Cook are more expensive. Just go Cook. Just go Cook. Getting a keeper is always a good thing. Val Holmes has also been a gun at centre for me this year. That's right. Should I trade out Garrick or Grant this week? I feel like tough, but Garrick misses 2 in a row. Oh, if you have a hooker, like if you have Reed or JMK or something, then you could probably sell Grant. 50-50 team-based, I think. I can't answer that if I don't know your team. Buy Terrell May is Haas week to week. Yep. Currently have 10 players with 9 trades left. Need to trade 3 of these players. Which would you pick? Yo, Brayley, Blaze Talangi, Brown, Nickera, Hines, Iro, Garrick, Cotter, or McInnes. Currently doing McInnes, Garrick, and Cotter. To Stefano, Herbie, and Teddy. Yeah, solid. Brayley would be... Just make sure Brayley in that list. But the trade-ins were good. I think just leave it at that. Because can you do Brayley instead of McInnes or Garrick? I don't know. I feel like they're 3 keepers. You train 3 keepers for other 3 keepers, and I'd have McInnes and Garrick ahead of... Well, Garrick and Stefano, Herbie fairly similar, but McInnes over Stefano at this point, for sure. Up to you. Thanks for all the help there. First, love you and love your vids, Jamie. Thank you, Cooper. I love you too. Bam Bam. Currently have 10 trades, 10 players with 9 trades left. Need to trade 3 of these players. Which would you pick? Oh, yeah, we just went that. Yep. Thank you, Bam Bam. Literally just did that. Just reply once. I don't know why you did it twice. 2 different videos. Yeah, all good. Just do it once. I'll get to it eventually. Should I buy Colin Matangi? Oli Katoa this week will be a keeper. Katoa better, but Colo Jewel. It's up to you. Should I grab Cook or Campbell this week? Cook first. Just. Did Cotter to Herbie, getting Campbell from Brayley, round 18 for a full 13 and 19. Banking 2 trades when we get the extra 8. Love the work. Thank you, Jack. All right. I think we'll leave it at that. We've had a lot of videos out this week for a week that's, not too crazy on in terms of, big buys and stuff like that. So I think that will be fine. What else has he got? The SJSL, I think hold hold. It's up against Titans. Went through that one. Queenslander with the thumbs up. What to do with Kelma? Sell. Yes, sell. That'll do. Surely I trade JDB. Do you think you bring in Herbie or Uto? I have cover for all positions and they both play 19 and don't have multiple buy. Pick whoever you want to watch more. I think we'll leave it at that. I reckon that's a cool little quick Q&A. Get my tips in. All that sort of stuff. Good stuff, team. We'll get into my trades or lack thereof in the next video, which won't, I won't get it out too late. And yeah, thanks guys. We'll see you in the next one.